Hello, everybody. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Hey, guys. Hey, everybody. I'm glad some of y'all are here. It's great to kind of be back at it today and try to help some people lose weight. Very excited about that. And it's been a long time since we did this challenge. This is one of my favorite challenges to do because it helps us modify our behaviors. It helps us replace bad habits with good habits. So I hope y'all will really enjoy this. Got one more thing. Hey, Charles. Hey, Jenny. Hello, everybody. All right. Jenny says the husband's with her. That's terrific. It's better when couples do this together, isn't it? You're very blessed if you've got a spouse or a partner that will do this with you. We've got somebody from Ireland. I love it. Dingle County, Kerry, Ireland. Maureen, great to have you. I've always wanted to visit Ireland. Yep, some of y'all are excited about this challenge. This is one of the best ones ever as far as results. It really gets the job done. Hey, do as I say, don't do as I do. I am having a Diet Coke. I get in trouble from our holistic people all the time. Travis, you don't need to be drinking those Diet Cokes, but I'm drinking a Diet Coke. So y'all caught me. You busted me. Pamela, they're all different. You know, we'll have to do Top Gun again too. That was a fun challenge. This one isn't quite as Top Gun is a lot of hurdles and it's fun certainly, but I think this one you'll find a little easier to do, a little easier to follow. Maybe not. Every challenge is different. Every challenge is different. Michelle's on Facebook, says I can't get in the Zoom room. I'm not sure why, and I don't have any help to help you right now, friend. I'm so sorry. Maybe try again. I'm not sure why you couldn't get in there, but that's why I went live on Facebook. Michelle says this challenge is the secret weapon. It is a good one. Can you do this without already being on the Shibboleth diet? Well, I know exactly what you mean, diet, but again, we do feel like we're different, right? It's a lifestyle. And I know that you know that goes without saying. I know exactly what you mean. But I try to teach our students that the first three letters of the word diet spell die. Anything you start with and don't stay with forever is a waste of time. But can you do this challenge without signing up for Shibboleth? Yeah. I mean, I'm here to coach and help anybody. Now, you might not have access to the tools, but with what I'm teaching, all you need is a piece of paper and a pen. You know, that's all you're going to need is to take good notes You came in here and registered, so I've got your email. I'll send you the class notes. But when you click some of the stuff, you may not have the same access that your friends here have. So you can do it. I'm never going to not help somebody lose weight. Never. We feel it's a ministry first and foremost. So hang in there with us today. And if you think it's something you can do without the tools, then let's go for it. And if you need help during the week, just message us. You can go to myshibboleth.com and ask questions. They're not going to ask you if you're a member, and if you're not, you got to go away. I love that about us. Y'all love that about us? I love that about us. You just have to take good notes. I may not be able to spoil you as good as we try to do our members. All right, enough of that. I'm going to get started. I just come out of a meeting. That's why I'm a little disheveled. So we've got a lot of ground to cover, and I'm going to go on and get my whiteboard. We're going to need the whiteboard instead of this pretty thing here. All right, so we're going to be on the whiteboard. If you'll get pen and paper, just in case there's more people here that don't have access to the food library, and if you don't have access to the food library or the worksheets, then you want to take good notes. I'm going to be on the board talking stuff out, kind of showing you stuff. But today what we're doing is the 21-day challenge. Literally, we've had hundreds of people lose up to 21 pounds in only 21 days with 21 foods. Okay, so now if you're new to Shibboleth, let me explain something. And I do this so y'all don't think, we got new people here, y'all, and I don't want them to think I'm making stuff up. How many, if you're doing the Shibboleth lifestyle, how many approved foods are there in the library, y'all? Is it 21 foods or 210 foods or, right, it's thousands of foods, okay? So why in the world would we do a challenge where we have to limit our variety? When we limit variety, it helps us with our self-discipline. It helps us get momentum. How many of you know what I'm talking about? I mean, you have seen it happen over and over. You're doing great. You're learning the program and you know a few foods you can have and you're doing great. And then you find variety and you're still doing great. But then down the road, all of that variety, you start to veer off the center. So I do the same thing. I do that too. I definitely do that. I veer off center. And the only way I've ever found to get myself back centered with the program and on the right path is to limit my variety. Focus on just a few foods unto the Lord for just a few days. Okay. Tamika asked, can I do this as a vegan? Now, let me say this so I don't upset people when we get going here. Can I go on and tell y'all new folks the downside? This isn't a TikTok approach, and I will not be able to teach you this, even a part of this program, in 2 minutes. And the unfortunate part, the reason the whole world doesn't do Shibboleth is because this is an hour class. And I need to answer the questions at the end, and that's what it stinks, because I'll never get all the information out if I stop. People scold me for that all the time because I want to make sure everybody gets answered during class, but we'll never get to the end of the information. But if y'all will do this for me, if you'll write down your questions or click that Q&A button, and leave me your question. Now, I'm going to go on and answer this one. I just want to let everybody else know so you don't think I'm being rude. I need to wait until the end, if that's okay with y'all. Can you participate in this challenge as a vegan? Yes, absolutely. You're going to leave here. Now, I don't believe in veganism, but that's the beauty of Shibboleth. We have tons of vegans on the program, and we teach vegans how to do things the right way, which I'm explaining today. for health and wellness, because a lot of the approach, the vegan approach, the plant-based approach, it is wrong because they're being led astray. Vegans are being led astray without doing their deep dive diligence, and they're consuming horrible, horrible processed plant fats that are deadly. Okay. We teach vegans how to, in fact, Tamika, email me if you want to do this. Week after next, I'm doing my 3-4-3 plan myself for me. And I said, I don't believe in being a lifestyle vegan, but I'm having a 10 days where I'm doing nothing but plants. And it's the 3-4-3 approach. A little different than this, but you can email me at travisjack777@gmail.com, and maybe you can do it with me. But you'll be able to do this too, what we're doing here, because you can focus on the plant-based foods that work. But I'm gonna get going here without me interrupting the flow. And then when we get done, I'll answer all your questions. I will be here with you as long as you need me, because listen, here's the great thing. I want everybody to leave here today with their 21-day meal plan. How's that sound? And personalized to you, but you're gonna have to do some work. You'll have to do work. We're going to use a worksheet for those that are our members, and for those that are not members, a piece of paper will do, okay? All right, so let's get started. First of all, I've got to set this up properly or it won't make sense to you. I've got to set up some stuff that's going to be pretty much for our existing members, a good review, but that'll set up this so that we're ready to rock and roll. There are only a few ways to lose fat, to lose weight, and end up losing it healthfully, because we need to lose fat and we need to preserve muscle. Everything that I teach today, whether you're doing this as a vegan, whether you're doing it as a carnivore, or whether you're doing it like me as a well-balanced eater, everything that we do has to subscribe to these points. Number one, we have to operate in a calorie deficit. And this challenge will allow us to operate in a calorie deficit if we follow the rules. So excess body fat is nothing more than stored energy. I want everybody right now to repeat and say, I am not fat. I am not fat. I'm just carrying around a lot of extra energy. You're not fat. We've eat a surplus of energy, and it's stored on our body. And the only way to get rid of it is to operate in a calorie deficit. But we can blowtorch the fat. How many of you want to lose it fast, but yet healthy? You want to lose the weight fast, but still healthy. You know, they tell you you can't lose it fast or you'll lose it unhealthy. That's not true. So I do too. Now, your expectations need to be right. We've got some that expect to lose 5 pounds a day. You can't do that. You can lose 10% of your weight in your first 30 days of any of our programs. I will never put out a program where a person who's starting cannot lose 10% of their body weight in 30 days. Okay? Never. Now, if you've been doing the program for a while, you've already got the momentum. You've already got rid of the 10% of your weight. So in other words, if you started at 350 pounds, you could lose how much in 1 month? You could lose 35 pounds. That would be a proper expectation. If you're 150 pounds, can you expect to lose 30 pounds in your first month? No, and nor do you need to. You could lose about 15. But then after a month, if you're coming here and you've got, like some of y'all have been nailing that challenge, the groove challenge. Some of you've lost like 15% of your weight since that groove challenge started. So you won't be able to lose 10%. You'll be able to lose about 1% per week. Okay, I think that's a good number. If you have proper expectations and you really do the math, you'll realize that losing 1% of your body weight per week is a lot. Fat takes up a lot of space on the body. This is 1 pound of fat. This is how much space 1 pound of fat takes up on your body. So if you're even losing a pound, that's great. Darla says, I have 20 pounds to go. So maybe this month, if you bust your rear end, you'd have to really bust it because you've leaned out some. You'd have to really bust your end, but you could do it. You just got to work really hard. It's doable. I would say based upon your size, 10 to 15 would be a better expectation. Chelsea, stay with me. I'm going to get to all that, my friends. Don't worry about I need y'all to listen to me, okay? Take notes if you want to, but I'm going to send everybody here class notes. I'd rather you listen and learn, and then at the end, the things that where is this and where, I promise you, I will not leave this class until every person, down to the last person, says, I got everything I need to start, okay? So we need to be in a calorie deficit because we got to get rid of that extra energy. Number two, if you want to lose it fast, this is huge, y'all. If you're new here, I promise, if you're new here, the only way to lose it fast and healthy and preserve muscle is to control insulin. I talked to a dietitian the day before yesterday, and I said, she said, tell me about your program. I said, all calories are not created equal. And she said, well, you've already lost me. She said, when it comes to losing weight, it's all about calories. Calories are all created equal. Ma'am, they're not. That is wrong. Calorie for calorie. If I eat 100 calories of ice cream that's nothing but sugar and fat versus 100 calories of chicken and broccoli, if the calories was created equal, I would end up at the same level of health and wellness regardless of what I ate, correct? Is that not common sense? You can't eat 100 calories of ice cream and chocolate syrup and lose the same weight that you could eating 100 calories of chicken and broccoli, right, everybody? Is that right or am I wrong? So all calories are not created equal because when you consume these calories, they all break down different. 100 calories of chicken actually burns calories through digestion. You will burn calories. With our program, we call it exercise on a plate. The chemical reactions that occur in your body with certain food combinations create an environment of amazing fat loss. This is like y'all, this is not right. We're calling this a challenge. I need to start calling things right. I actually tricked y'all into a master class today. You're going to learn so much. So when we consume chicken and broccoli, blood flow rushes to the digestive system. We expend energy. We control insulin. Crazy. By the way, we call insulin this, the fat bus. The fat bus is as the fat bus does. Appetite goes through the roof. Fat storage takes place. Efficient fat burning stops for 2 days, and we destroy our mitochondria. If we can control the fat bus through certain food combinations, we'll lose weight faster and we'll live longer. All right? Y'all, again, everybody's asking me questions, and I don't want to be rude. But if I answer the questions, I'll be being rude to the majority that need to get the information. So please, if you can wait to the end or either watch this recording later, even if you can't be here, put your question in the Q&A section. And then even if you're not here, I'll answer it at the end of class, okay? And y'all help me with the people just coming in, if you don't mind, and just tell them really nicely and sweetly to click that Q&A button, because a lot of times I'll get emails, you didn't answer my question, and they thought I was being rude. And it's just, I need to get through a lot of information to make everybody happy and healthy, okay? So the Q&A button. All right. So we're controlling insulin. Appetite up, fat storage takes place, efficient fat burning stops. We destroy our mitochondria. We talked about veganism earlier. This is why I think that veganism, the way it's being taught, not the way it should be. The way it should be, it can be very effective and healthy. But the way that it's being taught, it causes more insulin than the regular standard American diet, because they put tapioca starch in almost everything. It's mostly processed stuff that they're promoting. It's all bad. That Impossible Burger, wrong. You can have it on Shibboleth, but it's not good for you, okay? We want to control insulin, and everything that you walk away with today, if you follow the rules, is going to control insulin. Your cellular health and cellular integrity will begin to restore itself in no time. I mean, you're literally 21 days. If you follow this right for 21 days, it'll be like you've been on a good program for 3 months. That's how effective this program will be. So we got to control insulin through those food combinations. And then we've got to get in adequate protein. Why do we have to do that? If we don't get in the adequate level of protein while we're in a calorie deficit, we will lose a lot of muscle. And that means we'll lose our metabolism. We don't want to do that. That's why so many people, when they yo-yo diet, you see them put all that weight back on so fast. They put it on faster than they lost it. And it's one of the reasons is they didn't control insulin. And the other reason is that they didn't get an adequate protein to preserve their muscle. And a lot of that, the calories that the body was using while in a calorie deficit were coming from their muscle. They were cannibalizing their muscle tissue. So whatever I teach today is going to ensure without you having to worry about it. That's what's great about it. You're not going to have to count a calorie if you don't want to. You're not going to have to keep up with your protein grams if you don't want to. All you got to do is do what I teach today, and you will be taking care of these 3 things. Everything that they tell you you need to do to lose weight out there, if it's effective, it's because it meets these 3 rules. Is everybody with me? It meets these 3 rules. Now, even though we're going to do this challenge style, and I'm going to tell you what to eat. You're going to, actually, I'm not going to tell you, you're going to work it out today on a worksheet. We're going to go to an island. Do y'all like that Survivor TV show where they put them on? All right, let's think about the movie Castaway. Has anybody seen that with Tom Hanks? Big Tom Hanks, the FedEx guy, he ends up on an island as a castaway, and he's there for a long time, and he don't have much to eat. He's got like coconuts, fish, and crab. And I love it. It really is inspirational if you're trying to lose weight. And he loses all of that weight. Why did he lose all that weight? Because the only thing on the menu was what was on that island. They wouldn't know McDonald's. They wouldn't know Martin's Biscuit. They didn't have any of that. They just had coconut and some lean protein, darling. That was it. They had the carbs from the coconut, the fat from the coconut, and then they had the lean protein from the fishes. So that's what we're doing in our head. Everybody do this one. So we're going to fly away. You know how they sang in the church? I'll fly away, oh glory. I fly away in the y'all are gonna fly to your island. I want you to name it right now. You're gonna put this in your vision tracker in a minute. What is your island gonna be? Like I told somebody that a good name is Fat Island. P-H-A-T, pretty hot and tempting. P-H-A-T, pretty hot and tempting. Pretty hot and tempting. Pretty hot and tempting. So what is your island gonna be? Sometimes I'll name mine Intervention Island. Intervention Island is one that I use. Come up with your good island name, because I want you to humble yourself like a little child. And we're gonna do this. We're gonna fly away. How many of you, watch this, y'all. Will y'all spend some time with me? I'm getting nervous because I'm going on too long. Will y'all spend time with me this morning without leaving? So, because I'm going to give you a heck of a program for free. If you went to a seminar like this, you'd have to pay hundreds of dollars. Old Travis doing it for free. All right. So look, fly away. Fly away. We're going to humble ourselves as a child. How many of you know right now that if you could go somewhere for 3 weeks, 21 days is 3 weeks. If you could go somewhere for 3 weeks and they put you on lockup and you could only eat what they gave you, how many of you know that would be life-changing for a few months until you fell back into bad habits? So what we got to do, since we don't have the time or the money to go lock ourselves up somewhere on a fat farm, P-H-A-T, Facebook, pretty hot and tempting, not the other word. Since we can't do that, we got to do it in here. We got to do it in here. You can do that. You can get up on Monday, starts Monday. You can get up on Monday and you can say, I'm flying away. Now, everybody in my life may see me here, but they just see in my body here. You know, like that Hannah in the Bible, she prayed and the priest seen her and she was praying so hard, he thought she was drunk and all he couldn't understand nothing she was saying. He just seen that her mouth was moving. Let me tell you where she is at. She's somewhere else. How many of you Christian sisters know you've been there too? You know what I'm talking about? Everybody's seen Hannah's body, but her spirit was somewhere else. Like the Apostle Paul, when he said, I knew a man one time caught up into the third heaven, or whether in the body, out of the body, I do not know. People say, who was that man? I believe it was Paul himself. In other words, they could see his body there, but his spirit was somewhere else. When Jesus was on that cross, praise God, y'all see? So we can go in our head, we can go to our island and focus only on what we can have for 3 weeks. And you're going to pick it out. So you're not going to be able to say, Travis, I didn't like your meal plan, because you're going to come up with the meal plan today. All right? So we're going to our island and we're going to focus on what we can have. Now, even though I'm giving you the ideas and you're going to document those ideas today, when you have a situation that's hairy, shall we say, it's important for you that have earned the fast track badge that you follow our bulletproof shield. Now, some of you are not signing up for the program. I understand. I got a special offer for you at the end of this if you want to sign up. Okay? If you want to sign up, I've got a special offer for you. But you don't have to get my help. I'm going to help you. But those of you that are in the program and you have access to the fast track videos, the bulletproof shield keeps you safe when in doubt, as long as you know these rules. You have to drink your water. Now, on the challenge, this is a requirement too. Write this down. You must drink your water each day to have a perfect day. A Shibboleth perfect day, you are required to drink how much water? Not Diet Coke, how much water? A half a gallon. A half a gallon of water must be consumed, up to 1 gallon, Deborah, right? Up to a gallon's even better. Need to be washed by the water of the word too. We're going to talk about the 4 pillars of wellness in a moment. And for 21 days, this is not just going to be an eating challenge. Did y'all see that I was giving a bonus away? I'm going to give a bonus. I've got a stash of all kinds of Travis's secret recipes, and I'm going to give you an ebook full of them. I can't give them all to you because this may go good, and I may need to do it for another challenge down the road. But if you complete the challenge on the honor system successfully, I'm going to give you some of my secret blowtorch recipes. Will that work? But you got to finish the challenge and earn your 21-day badge. All right? So one of the things we got to do to get that ebook and our badge is drink our water on the honor system. Half a gallon up to a gallon. And another thing that we're going to do is have a faith-based element, so stay tuned. Each thing that we do, we're going to have a spiritual element to it too for 21 days. Y'all going to Bible study with me for 21 days? Let's get into this, y'all. Let's get into it. So water, and then we're going to journal. If we bite it, we write it, we hog it, we log it, we nibble it, we scribble it, we drink it, we ink it, all that good stuff that we say, you must journal for 21 days. You don't want to journal after that? Then don't. Okay, you don't believe it works after that, then don't do it. But for 21 days, doesn't it make sense if you went to Fat Island, P-H-A-T, Pretty Hot and Tempting Island? Doesn't it make sense that if you go there, that they would require you to write in a diary for 21 days if you're trying to change your life? So we got to do that part. Food combinations. This is important. I want my members to eat in the proper food combinations, but I put together this meal plan or these foods that if one of our non-members do it wrong, none of these foods will hurt you. As long as you eat them in the right portion, none of them will hurt you. This is a diet, not the Shibboleth lifestyle. It's a 21-day diet to help you get momentum with the lifestyle. So we still got to eat in the right combinations. The more you'll do that, members, the better your results will be. Portions, because those combinations control the fat bus. Portions. Now, this is critical. Within the regular lifestyle, we can have up to 3 eating episodes a day. And then if we have moments of mental weakness, we can have a 4th one. This is the most important part for this challenge from a physiological standpoint. So let me start over. I really want you to understand what I'm saying, because the devil will attack and say, you can't live like that. Regular Shibboleth is 3 eating episodes plus a potential 4th, plus a potential freebies. Those eating episodes, your first 3, can be a meal, a snack, a freebie, doesn't matter. What we're trying to do on regular Shibboleth is have no more, in a 24-hour period, no more than 3 events, because Lord knows, to us who have struggled with food addiction, eating is an event. It's an episode. So for 21 days, I'm going to ask you to scale it back even a little lower. I only want you to have 2 to 3 eating episodes for 21 days, unless it's your holiday. Does that make sense? On your holiday, you can have 3 or 4, doesn't matter. But on your perfect days, and the more perfect days you have, the better you'll be, the more successful you'll be. In the past, we did the 21-day challenge, and every day had to be perfect. This time, if you earn the right, stay with me, if you earn the right to have a holiday through your steps, you'll be able to have it and call it perfect just for this challenge. So what I want you to do on your perfect days, though, is to have 2 to 3 eating episodes. That does not include 0-calorie beverages. You can drink any approved beverage throughout the day with no problem. But for a perfect day, I only want you to have 2 to 3 eating episodes. We're eating unto the Lord. So you could skip, you have a cup of coffee for breakfast, and then for lunch have an eating episode, and then for dinner have an eating episode, and that would only be 2 eating episodes. Does that make sense, everyone? It's just for 21 days, because if I really tighten up, it's going to make regular Shibboleth feel easy. How many of you have done one of my challenges, and then when you went back to regular Shibboleth, you felt like you were cheating? That's the whole purpose. That's the purpose of a good challenge. A good challenge, when you go back to your regular lifestyle, it's going to feel like, man, you've got a smorgasbord, okay? So the only way to create that effect is to stay on our island and only have 2 to 3 eating episodes. I'm asking you, in order to call some of your holidays perfect days for the challenge, I'm asking you on your perfect days, do not exceed 3 and try to go for 2. Travis, is that healthy? Absolutely. Y'all, the biggest problem we have in this country is not eating too little, it's eating too much. Let's give our bodies some time to heal, okay? All right, next. You've got your timing rule for this challenge. For this 21-day self-mastery challenge, I'm asking you to do a 16-hour fast. That means including sleep, 16 hours whereby you have nothing that has calories in it. You could have some close to 0-calorie beverages, but nothing else. Now, let me ask this, because we're going to modify, and this is on the honor system. Is there anyone here that feels like they will struggle with a 16-hour fast so that I can help? Eleanor, I'm going to get to all that if you have time to stay with me. If there's anybody in your heart you really believe that you cannot fast 16 hours in a day, you're allowed to do 12 hours. Okay, everybody? It's just for 21 days. Here's the way to get through this too, y'all. You need all the help that you can get to get through this. Do you agree? You need all the help that you can get. I want you to commit your perfect days unto the Lord. I want you to go in this because there'll be days you don't feel like doing it, right? There's just going to be those days you don't feel like doing it. And that's usually when you throw up the white flag of surrender because nobody's making you do it. And God's not going to make you do it. I want you to do this because of your expression of faith and love unto the Lord. I want you to turn your eating into an act of worship for 21 days. Would y'all try that? If you don't believe in the Lord, then do this for your family. Show it as an act, an expression of love for your family. Now, before I go any further, do I have anybody that'll buy into that? We're not Weight Watchers. We're not Jenny Craig. To me, there's no need in trying to lose weight. There's no need in doing any of this if we're not doing it unto the Lord because we love the Lord. And we want more love, joy, peace, patience, gentleness, goodness, meekness, temperance, and faith in our life. Okay? So this is when you say, I don't have a big why, I don't feel like doing it, I want you to go. But Travis said we was doing this as a family unto the Lord. And let the Lord bless us all. I'm ready to be blessed over the next 21 days. Anybody else? I'm ready to be blessed. And I'm going to do it in my way and you do it in your way. I'll go in my prayer. We're going to get to that part of the challenge in a moment. There's going to be a devotion aspect to this. And I'm going to be going in my prayer closet. You may do it in the shower. It don't matter. It's about love, joy, peace, patience, gentleness, goodness, meekness, temperance, and faith. Somebody shout. All right? So all the stuff that I'm about to give you and go through with you is going to satisfy the Shibboleth shield. Okay, now I've set up the foundation and we're going to get in here and do some work now. There's 4 pillars to wellness. In this 21-day challenge, we're going, if y'all will do it with me, we're going to submit and surrender. I've got some rebels up in here. Anytime somebody tells you to do something, you're going to do the opposite. How many of you like that? I used to be that, still am sometimes. You tell me not to do something, I'm going to do it. You tell me to do something, I'm not going to do it. So for 21 days, let's do what the Lord did. Let's surrender to some ideals, okay? So we're going, this 21-day challenge could be the best life challenge of your entire life because we're going to appeal to the 4 pillars of wellness. The first one and most important one is our faith. For 21 days, we're going to have to do some task that's faith-based, which I'll get into. Next, good nutrition. Everybody here today is going to leave with a meal plan that is personal to them, and it's their 21 foods, okay? Next, you've got your exercise component. The Bible says bodily exercise profits a lot. Is that what the Bible says? I love to tease our Bible readers. Is that what the Bible says? Bodily exercise profits a lot. No. The Bible says that bodily exercise profits a little bit. Now, some of us use that to get out of exercise. But what it's saying is bodily exercise profits very little, but discipline profits a lot. Discipline promotes godliness. So we're going to do a little bit of exercise if you are capable of doing it. If you're not capable of doing it, you are excluded. Okay? So we're going to do some exercise. Lastly, we're going to do our supplementation. We're going to make sure that our system is primed for amazing results. Now, because we know we have people that are out of work and on limited budgets, the only thing that we'll require is a vitamin. And it doesn't matter to me. I'll make recommendations, but I don't do this to take your money. So if you want to do GNC, you go do GNC. But it's very important that you take a vitamin each day that has the right amount of fat-soluble vitamins. If you don't get the right amount of fat-soluble vitamins, your body will not efficiently burn the fat. So I'm going to go over each component of our challenge as it relates to the 4 pillars. So think about what you're going to be accomplishing. And then please somebody shout, because I love enthusiasm. I can hear you through the Spirit. So for 21 days, how many days are there in a year? 365 days. This is a very small price to pay, isn't it? So for 21 days, we're going to lose up to 21 pounds, but I have already went over the expectations. I pride myself on not manipulating or lying to people about expectations. So when I say that you can lose 21 pounds, that means I know that we're going to have some people lose more than 21 pounds. Everybody won't lose 21 pounds because it's relative to the 10% of your weight, or if you've been doing Shibboleth a while, 1% per week, which is still fantastic. So 21 days, we're going to lose up to 21 pounds with you selecting only 21 foods. Can you do anything for 21 days? I believe you can. Watch. Can you pray 21 days in a row and give thanks for 21 days in a row? Can you eat meals that you said you love and enjoy for 21 days in a row? Can you get some steps for 21 days in a row? Can you take a vitamin for 21 days in a row? Now, if you go look at the science, you're seeing something else that I've incorporated here. And I believe it takes more. But the science suggests that anything you do 21 days in a row becomes a what? Becomes a habit. Is it easier to lose weight by yourself or with a group of people who are doing the same thing you're doing? So this is your chance. And know when you're struggling, other people are going to be struggling. So don't give up. In those moments of weakness, plug in to your family. There's a lot of us that's going to be doing this, and we're going to have tough days too. Remember, you're not doing it alone. You have to, I want you to visualize you're in a movie. You know, it's like a movie, and you're on an island with a group of people, and we're all trying to wait until they come and rescue us. Isn't that, will y'all do that? Y'all know who I'm talking to, and I know you want me to quit begging, but I can't help it because we're going to have people that on day 3, 4, they quit. Now, if you were on an island with all of us and we were castaways, you wouldn't quit. You couldn't quit. We'd all wait. You would get down and out, and then the rest of us would say, no, 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 no. We're going to die. No, there's a safety airplane's coming. It's going to be here on day 22 to get us off this island. We can do it. And we hug and we keep going, right? We're not going to vote you off like the TV show. You got to hang in there. You got to hunker down. All right? Now, let me give you your worksheet. Let me get this for you real quick. I'm so sorry, y'all. It takes me so, people say it takes me so long. And I've just never learned any way to teach a proper program in a few minutes. If I just give you a meal plan, it's never going to work. How many meal plans have you had in the past and they don't work? You need more. You need the meal plan, but you need more than a meal plan. I'm going to put this link up in here for you, for everyone. Everybody see that link? Now, if you're not a member, you don't have access to it, or if you're not a full member, you might not have access to this worksheet. So get you out a piece of paper. All right, so this is where you should land if you log into the website and click that link. And you can see I've done worksheets before. Create. Everybody see the create button? Create a worksheet. I'm going to make this bigger now. This is going to be my 21-day self-mastery meal plan. You can draw this off on paper if need be. Michelle, it should have taken you to that page that I showed you there. If it didn't, look, Michelle, go to resources. Let me just show y'all how to do it the hard way. Go to resources. Do you know how to do that, Michelle? Resources. Everybody see resources? Okay, then we go to digital worksheets. Then we go to 21-day self-mastery. Now, here's where I can save all of my meal plans. So I'm the ones I've worked on for myself. Now I'm creating the sheet. All right, and you got to make sure you save your work or you'll lose it. Are there some of you that have it? Since I can't stop, just out of respect for the other people, even though I'm sorry some of you are having difficulty. You've got it? Okay, see these 21 slots? I'm about to work this on the board. Don't you, right now, if you've signed up for the challenge before I got through teaching it, you can't use those materials. I'm not done with those. We're doing this different. We're doing it on the board. So we're going to come up with 21 foods or meal replacements that you love. And then we're going to put them together in some meal ideas. Everybody hear me? This is what we're doing. I'm going to put it on the board. That way, as y'all are working through it, you'll all have a different list of 21 foods. It will not be the same. Here's the deal with the challenge. Once you do this for 21 days, you cannot change it. Well, let me ask you a different way. Let me ask y'all a different way, since I'm creating this as I go and it's on recording. Would y'all want to stick to the same 21 for 21 days, or for me to meet with you each Saturday during the challenge, and you have to make it 1 week at a time before you can switch it up? Will y'all be good to me and send me a tip? Will you send me a tip so that I can afford to do it weekly? Okay, so what we'll do is, once you document this, you have to stick to this until the next Monday. So on next Saturday, we'll work through another list for the next week. Is that good? That way you get some variety. But you have to stick to it. Sarah says it's not good. So you have to stick to it. Whatever is on your personal sheet, you have to stick to for 1 week. Now, when I start putting these on the board and talking about them, when you see ones that you like, be careful, because once your 21 slots are full, that's it. Y'all can do 21 days. Y'all can agree in your spirit under the Lord to stay with the same list for 21 days. Right, y'all? And then those that don't feel that they could stick it out, they can do it 1 week at a time. Now, let me tell you, this is important too. Here's the problem with me talking so much and so long already. Y'all start tuning me off. In these slots, you do not have to put your cooking fats. You do not have to put your beverages, 0-calorie beverages. And you only have to put ones that have calories that are approved. And you do not have to put your 0-calorie condiments. Is that understood? This is for foods that could cause you to gain weight if you eat too much. So we're not talking about 0-calorie things, and we're not talking about approved cooking fats. All right. So let's get started on the board. You can start writing these down now, but now we're going to talk about our food list. So lean proteins, category 1. Here's your options for your category 1 lean proteins. And we're only going to give you a short list to make it more fun. So category 1, lean protein. Chicken breast. This would include Chick-fil-A grilled chicken nuggets. This would include Chick-fil-A grilled chicken nuggets. This would include grilled chicken at any restaurant. Turkey breast. This would include boar's head. This would include Dietz and Watson. This would include Jenny O. Lean ham, like the Black Forest ham from Boar's Head, like the maple glazed ham from Boar's Head. All fish. If it's fish, it's allowed. It cannot be breaded. Is that clear, everyone, on the fish? It cannot be breaded. Low-fat cottage cheese. 000 brand yogurt. 97% lean Hebrew National Franks. 96% lean ground meat. Hemp flakes. I think that's it. There's a lot more lean proteins, but I think this is where we'll start right here. Oh, egg whites. Sorry. Gotta have egg whites. That's a staple. Oh, and gotta have the following: Kroger Carbmaster milk, fat-free Fairlife milk, fat-free cheese. So this is your lean protein list. Your category 2 list, fibrous carbs. For those that have not been through Fast Track, category 1 and category 2 we call exercise on a plate, because they help us control insulin and help us burn more body fat. Broccoli, asparagus, green leafy vegetables. So, somebody's already asked this. You don't have to, in your slot, you don't have, if I put it up here like this or like fish, if it's salmon, you can just put fish, or you can put, it's all allowed, right? That's why I don't put specifics. That way you get more variety. Same thing for your leafy green veggies, green leafy veggies. If it's spinach, it's allowed. If it's cabbage, it's allowed. If it's leafy green, it's allowed. That way you don't have to fill up 2 slots. Like if you wanted spinach and cabbage, you won't have to put 2 slots. You can find the loophole and just put leafy greens. Does that make sense? Squash. Some weeks I may make it specific, but this first week we're gonna lighten up. That way you can find a loophole or two, like yellow squash or butternut squash. You wouldn't have to put both down in a slot and take up the slot. Okra, cucumbers, jicama, peppers, okay? Green beans, next, category 2 breads. I'm going to keep this one simple. I'm going to keep this one very, very simple. Any -2 or -3 bread or tortilla. Now, we've got new folks here, so that may not jive. You may not understand what I'm talking about. Most of you understand what I'm talking about. Because y'all are going to want some bread. We would be better without bread, but we want the challenge to be enjoyable. So it must be a -2 or -3 bread, and you must follow the portion rule. That solves that issue. Next, category 3, complex carbs. Complex carbs. These can cause the fat bust to come. So if you're new, make yourself a note. Do not eat these by themselves. Tomatoes, carrots, sweet potato, peas. Now, notice here, I didn't say potato. This is specific, or you're a rule breaker. Sweet potato, peas, lima beans, onions. That's all we're putting there today. We're going to keep that list short. Next, category 4, protein plus fat. I'm only going to put one so that we can do it different next week. I'm not going to put steak this week. Not going to do it this week. We're going that way y'all have y'all get new variety next week. Is that okay? I know y'all pout on me. You're craving the steak. Y'all killing me. All right, I'll do this. Steak. But it can only be 4 ounces or less. Will you do that for me? And you can have whole eggs. That's all we're putting there for fun, okay? We'll have more fun next week with it. We'll add some more. Category 5, fruit. Berries, apples, grapefruit. Berries, apples, grapefruit. Category 6, superfoods. All right, here's your options there. Pintos, black beans, red beans. I forgot, y'all, I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna go back to category 2 because I forgot one of my favorite things that I'll need for my beans, rice cauliflower. I'm gonna go back over here and put rice cauliflower for me. I ate a lot of cauliflower, like rice, so I'm adding that. All right, so next, pintos, black beans, red beans, nuts and seeds. Nuts and seeds. You don't have to say almond, you could just say nuts and seeds. Lost my train of thought for a second, sorry. Oh, y'all are gonna ask, I know, peanut butter. So let's do nuts and more because it's higher in protein. Or better in peanut butter. Everybody good so far? All right, I'm gonna come over here where I got some more space. Category 7, shellfish. Category 7, shellfish. All shellfish is allowed. All shellfish. Claudia, I prefer you not do that, but I'm gonna add it. I'm gonna add it because I don't know if you've done a challenge before, and I'm gonna be nice. So I'm gonna put almond, but approved. It has to be approved. It has to be in the library. I'm almost there, Miss Charlene. I'm almost there. Category 7, all shellfish. Next, meal replacements. Meal replacements. -2 or -3 meal replacements. -2 or -3 meal replacements, like a Mighty Muffin, like Healthwise hot chocolate, Cocoa Ringo with bio coffee. Has to be a -2 or -3 meal replacement. Now, I prefer for my lifestyle to eat whole food. But if you were on a castaway island, you might have to bring some meal replacements, right? So I prefer whole food, but I'm so busy, I would mess up. If I didn't have meal replacements, I'd mess up a lot more. Sometimes I'm just too busy and I need something quick. So any meal replacements that's a -2 or -3. Next. Any recipe that's a -2 or -3. Please ask questions if you don't understand this part. All WOW challenges are allowed. Now, this gets asked many times, so listen up. Any WOW challenge. Now, if in one of your slots, you pick out a WOW, you can't just say WOW challenge. I do this on purpose. You have to list the specific WOW challenge. Because the more often you do that, the better results you're going to get because we're controlling your day for you. That doesn't mean that every day you get up, the scales will go down. It does mean if you followed it every day, you lost fat. It may be covered up by some temporary water retention, but you lost it, okay? You just have to trust my WOW challenges. They're quirky, they're weird, but here's the good thing about the specific WOW challenges. If you put that specific WOW challenge in one slot, you get all the ingredients that's on that WOW challenge. Does that make sense? That allows you to have more than just 21 items. Please let me know if that doesn't make sense. I'm actually going to answer a couple of questions because we're at a good pausing standpoint before we put together our meal ideas. Any questions? I'm going to see if any of these 10 are. I'm going to answer as many of these y'all's posted as I can. I wonder if you can make the recipe fat burn enchiladas with the 21. You need to look it up, Darla, and you need to see if it's and same thing for the recipe. If you put the specific recipe, you get all those ingredients. So you'll have to look and see if it's a -2 or -3. Gail, when do we start? Monday. Michelle, is Healthwise hot chocolate with UMP or Core Elite drink? I don't know about Core. I'm unfamiliar with it, but a Healthwise hot chocolate with UMP is a special blowtorch meal, absolutely allowed because it's a -2 or -3 meal replacement. Is Premier Protein allowed? You'll have to look. I forgot to add the shake to lean protein. I'm going to add a UMP shake. Any -2 or -3 shake. What is a perfect day? Eleanor asked. So Eleanor, I assume you're new. Our lifestyle has a set of rules. You go through Fast Track, watch Fast Track, and that teaches you what a perfect day is. If you're not going to do that or don't have time to do that, I will send you the rules for this challenge. The rules for this challenge are not our regular lifestyle rules. This is a little harder because we're trying to get momentum, but I will send you an email with all of this in it. And then for you to have a Shibby perfect day, all you got to do is follow the rules on the honor system. Is there a Facebook group for everyone? If y'all want one, yes, but I'll have to take consensus to see if y'all want one. Will condiments need, because a lot of times people fuss at me because there's too many Facebook groups, so I'll leave that up to the majority. Will condiments need to be in our spots? No. Can we stay with the items from week to week? Yes. Name the peanut butter again. It's either Nuts and More, a product called Better In Peanut Butter. It's got an N, Better In Peanut Butter. And then, can we drink Spark? Yes, you will journal Spark as an approved beverage. It does not have to go in your, most people are saying yes on the Facebook. Some are saying no. We'll look at the consensus. Maureen, you won't have to do the group. Maureen says no group. You won't have to do the group, okay? Y'all don't quit just because some want a group. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to even go through the trouble of putting it there if people aren't going to use it. So if the majority want a group, I'll do it. Nuts and More is the peanut butter, Better in Peanut Butter, or approved almond butter. To clarify, our WOW challenge is noted as one item on the list. Vicki, it is, but you have to list the specific challenge. Let me teach you. Let me teach you. So you go into resources, you go into challenges, and you click WOW challenges. Everybody see that? Now, you can do any WOW challenge that you want to do. Now, some people have different ones than other people because of your level of membership. So it depends on the ones you have. You have to go with the ones you have, not what your friend has. So when you're looking at this, if you pick one out, let's say I pick this one. This one is called Bio Coffee number 5, Bionic Creamer, Bio Coffee in category 1, 2, 4, 2, or 7, 2. So you have to put this on in a slot, and then everything in this meal plan is allowed. We accept it right here for the date. You have to declare a WOW challenge or you're not allowed to do it for this challenge. You click the date that you're going to do it. And if I accept it, now when I go to my journal, I'll see in challenges that it's right here. Do y'all see it right here? And it says uncompleted. I have to do it exactly as it is written or less food than is written, or I have to tap out. It's on the honor system. You're only lying to yourself if you don't do it right. So I would mark completed or tapped out. Everybody good with that so far? Now we're going to get to the fun stuff. So now we're going back to our worksheet. If you have a worksheet, are you on your worksheet? Everybody's got to leave with a meal plan. So I'm going to do this for me. You do it like you watching me. Like if y'all were at my home and you were watching me meal plan, you would do it just like me, but you would do it based upon your likes. So what I'm about to type up, a couple of things here. You can use mine as yours, or you can come up with your own right now. But when we leave, whatever you put down, you have to stick to for at least a week. All of this stuff will be in your class notes. All right, so I'm looking at it. Here's how I build mine, whether I'm doing a challenge or regular Shibboleth. Oh, I forgot restaurants. At restaurants, please write, this is your only options for restaurants, so pay attention. You have to find the ingredients that you're eating at a restaurant on your grocery list, or you can't have it. I'm going to give you a couple of items that you can do, though, that will be fun, because I'm going to do it. All right? So number one, for me, you don't have to do this, but put this on your list if you might want it. Quarter pounder from McDonald's with my own bread or tortilla or no bread. There's a fun one. Next, a Wendy's chili. Now, please pay attention to this. Many of you eat out many times a week. You're just very blessed like that. This isn't a third world problem we have, so we shouldn't be down about being overweight. This is a first world problem. It's because we live in the land of abundance, but we're correcting it. So any other restaurant you go to, you better make sure that you have the ingredients from the grocery. So for example, if I go to a restaurant, could I have grilled salmon and asparagus if it's on the menu? Yeah, because it's up here on the grocery list and I could write that down here. When you go to the restaurant, you have to be looking at your list. Could I have grilled chicken nuggets at Chick-fil-A? Yeah, because I'm going to put grilled chicken from anywhere. I'm going to put shellfish for me. I'm going to put broiled fish for me. Regular fish. That way I'm covered. No matter where I go, so far I'm good. Now I'm going to look at my list and finish what I like, because I only get 21 slots. So I've got 96% lean ground meat, hemp flakes. I forgot to put hemp hearts on category 6. I got to have those for me, hemp hearts. So hemp hearts, hemp flakes are allowed. Okra, I eat a lot of okra. I get the Pick Sweet lightly breaded okra. It's a category 2 from the grocery store. Leafy greens. Pickles or cucumbers. I don't do yogurt. I'm going to put a -2 or -3 tortilla. I don't do much milk, but you may need to think about having milk on yours. Okay. Fat-free cheese. No, I'm gonna do without cheese. I'm not gonna do any cheese this week. But you can. I'm gonna put my favorite stuff, cocoa ringa. I do a lot of this. Cocoa ringa, health-wise hot chocolate, bio coffee. That covers my breakfast. That's how I'm thinking. I'm gonna have some eggs. I'll probably choose either eggs or that replacement drink for breakfast. What else do I want up here? Oh, I love some squash, yellow squash. Yellow. Cauliflower. I've already told you I love cauliflower. Got to do that for me. Boar's head. Ham. I forgot. I'm gonna add one up there that I eat a lot. Boar's head. London broil. Write that up there. London broil. Yeah, zucchini we would just count as squash. Ooh, I almost missed one very important to me. Very important to me. I'm going to make sure that I have berries because I eat a lot of berries. I got one more slot, so I got to choose carefully. I think I'm going to do peas. I like peas with hemp flakes in them. It's a good vegan meal. If our vegan's still here, peas with hemp flakes is awesome. So now, does everybody have their 21 food list? Yeah, Nisa, you could put mushrooms. I'll add that. Mushrooms. I'll add that. So now we're going to come up with some example meal ideas. So for Travis's breakfast, now I'm still talking me. I can have any of these foods, and even if I don't know how to combine them, if I portion control them, they're not going to hurt me. Are we clear on that? I do have to portion control them. What's the portion rule, everyone? Two-hand rule. Or a portion control plate or a portion control bowl. A portion plate or a portion bowl. A bowl is 2 cups, up to 2 cups. We don't want to fill it up to the top. Up to 2 cups, or a 6 to 8 inch plate that will fit easily under both hands. Not like this, but like this. Okay. Now, let's start talking. Meal replacements don't go by that because they're pre-packaged. Y'all understand that, right? We don't use the plate or the bowl with a meal replacement because it's already packaged. So I'm going to put Mighty Muffin. I didn't even put Mighty Muffin on my list. Dang it. So I got to be strict here. Let's see. I'm going to do cocoa ringa. with my health-wise hot chocolate for breakfast. I'm going to do berries with hemp flakes for breakfast. I'm going to do eggs with very sweet hemp flakes. So, in other words, I take 2 scrambled eggs and put a tablespoon of very sweet hemp flakes, and boy, it's good. That's just 3 meal ideas. I can come up with as many meal ideas as I can put together from this list. For lunch, when I'm going back and forth from the center during lunch, Wendy's chili. Grilled chicken salad, because I can get that anywhere as long as I use approved dressing. Because reason at lunch, I'm thinking, what can I make sure that I can do if I'm out and about? You know, what I got to be careful with that. So, what if I'm at a Mexican restaurant? What could I do? Did I put chicken? I did. And I put my tortilla so I could get 3 soft chicken tacos, throw away their shells, and use my shell. Or I could just pack my lunch and have a boar's head ham sandwich. The maple glazed ham, boar's head style, that would be delicious. Coco Ringa is a special hot chocolate that has a lot of weight management properties and health properties in it. Dinner. Any -2 or -3 recipe, Travis's spaghetti. I got to do that one. Wait a minute, Travis, what are you talking about? Let's go look. Let's take a look. Let me save this so I don't lose it. Go to resources. I go to recipes. And I'm going to do filters. And I'm going to say, give me some -2 or -3 meal replacements. You're right, Pamela, I didn't. This is more to teach y'all, really. I'm sorry. You're right. I was supposed to be doing this for me, but I get sidetracked because I'm trying to show y'all how to do it. My bad. I'll take it off mine. I just wanted to show y'all how to do it. So -2, -3. So any of these that are -2, -3, I can choose. Make sense? So if I list the recipe in a slot, let's say that there's a lot of -2, -3 recipes, so this should be fun. Oh, let's say that I want some baked meatballs. So I could put in that slot baked meatballs because it's a -2. Does everybody see that? The more negative the number, the better. Now, I can just add those to my grocery list, today's grocery list. And now every one of these ingredients shows up in my grocery list. How about that? Is that beautiful? Now, when I go to my resources and I go to my grocery list, everything that I needed for those meatballs are listed here. So I don't go into the grocery store and look around. I carry my list in and focus on what I can have, not on what I cannot have. Thank you, darling. Thank you. Okay, back to the list. I'm going back to my worksheet. So if I had put in one slot Travis's spaghetti, I would be good. What about shrimp? Could I have sauteed shrimp and okra? Yes, because it's on my list. Could I have grilled chicken and rice cauliflower with some sauce on it? Yes. As long as the ingredients are on the list, I'm going to be good to go. We're trying to avoid snacks and freebies. But this is how I come up with my 1 week list. Are there any questions on how to come up with your list? And is there anyone struggling to come up with meal ideas after this work session? Please let me help you if you don't know what to eat come Monday. Remember, hey, Mickey, it's just for 1 week. You can do anything till we meet the next Saturday, right? You just have to be ready, Charlene, before Monday. Got to be ready before Monday. Okay. Now, if we're done with this part, let me look at your questions again. So the recipes that are -2 or -3 can be used even if ingredients not on the list. Yes, if you listed it specifically. Yes, this is 1 week at a time, Teresa. Can I do my own list later with my notes? Yes, you can, Amber. What is a -2 or -3? That means that it controls the insulin better than a higher number. Can we eat pickled okra for this challenge? Yes, you can. You can do it later today, Teresa, yes. Can we just use 21-day previous challenge group if it's still up? I'm not sure if the team left it up. For this challenge, is it better to stick to only a few categories of food? Yes, it's best to only have meals with 2 ingredients or less if you will. Does soda water count towards your water? It shouldn't, but many do it anyway. Carbonated beverages leach calcium. I write my journal on paper and attempt to journal daily, wondering if I could journal weekly by using my paper journal and still remain in the challenge. Only if you mark your days, because the system will automatically kick you out if you're not at least marking the top day. Can I do a half or a whole grapefruit? It's up to you. Can we drink Spark? Yes, I think I caught the rest of those. It seems to be overlapping now. Any questions before we move off of the nutrition part to what I consider the more important part? If you're confused and you're afraid that you don't want to speak up in here because so many people don't seem to be confused, don't worry, do this. Send me an email, let me know what you're confused about, but ask me specifics. Please don't ask me what can I eat. You have to tell me I like this, can I have it? Okay. You can have any okra, Judy, but there's one in the library called Picked Sweet Lightly Breaded Okra. It's my favorite. Picked Sweet Lightly Breaded Okra is a category 2. All right. Y'all good with all this so far? Ready to move on? This satisfies our nutrition component. So for 21 days, can you eat foods that you just agreed that you liked and in the right portion for just 21 days? Heck yeah. Juanita, cucumbers are a freebie, right? It would not have to be on the list if you want to add it to a salad. It does have to be on the list. Let's cover that one more time. The only thing that you can have that doesn't have to be on the list. Listen, this is not a freebie challenge. You don't get freebies. The only thing that you can add that doesn't have to be on your list is your cooking fats that are approved. MCT oil, coconut oil, ghee butter, Pam cooking spray. Any spice or seasoning or condiment that's 0 calories. Any spice, condiment, anything, Walden Farms calorie-free products don't have to be on here. Salt and pepper don't have to be on here. Old Bay seasoning doesn't have to be on here. Ketchup doesn't have to be on here. Approved salad dressing doesn't have to be on here. And your approved beverages, unsweet tea, coffee, Spark, Happy Juice, they don't have to be on here. Y'all with me? And if you're in doubt, now, yeah, this is meant for y'all to laugh and chuckle, not get mad at me. Y'all drive me crazy asking me, can you have something? And then I say, you ask me, and then I say no, and you say, whoops, I already did. That drives me crazy. That drives me crazy. I wish that I could get y'all to pay up, and I would give you my text number, and you could text me, Travis, directly before you eat something, and I could tell you if it was approved, because I don't trust any of y'all crazy people. If I could control what you ate for a week, your life would change. And you would say, and I loved it too. Y'all could text and say, I'm about to eat, Travis, can I have it? And I could go, yes or no. And you could let me be your, what do they call it? I could be your dominatrix for a week. I'll probably get in trouble saying that. People are so darn serious. But anyway, Jennifer, you need to follow the normal coffee creamer rule. Okay, if you don't know what that is, it's 15 calories or less of anything. All right. Nutrition component satisfied for 21 days. Now let's go to the first most important, the faith-based element. Are y'all ready to do that? I know I've been going a long time. This is like a master class. I had to trick y'all in here. All right. So we want to go into our resources again. Digital worksheets. And I want you to pull up your monthly streak calendar. Monthly streak calendar. If you don't have access to it, you'll need to do this on paper. Does everybody see the habit changer? Or excuse, not my habit changer. See the create, you need to create it. I'm sorry. Create your worksheet. I'm going to pull up the one I've already done. I'm going to be using this one next week. Now I want to work with y'all on the following. We're doing some faith-based stuff. Let me explain how I built mine. Okay? I built mine because I'm having some spiritual battles. And if you might want to think through, as a Christian, you might want to think through, what do you need to focus on and get yourself back centered with? You don't have to do mine, or you can do mine. So I'm having some spiritual battles with negative thinking, worry, stress, anxiety. You'll have to think through what you're struggling with. Maybe you're struggling with having an attitude of gratitude. Maybe you've been raising your voice with your kids. I don't know. But you're going to have a faith-based element to this. So I'm going to give you some examples of what I'm going to be doing. So here, this one had some other physical components. I'm going to take those out. I mean, nutrition, lifestyle components. So here, I'm going to get up each morning and I'm going to read a devotion. I'm going to read a devotion and pray. To me, I'm going to spend some time in Thanksgiving. I'm going to read my devotion. I'm going to start every day off that way, without worry, without stress, without anxiety, reading my devotion and praying. And I want to do this every day for 21 days. Next, I want to have a quiet spirit when I'm not teaching. Some of my employees and team members have said lately my tone sounds rough and it hurts their feelings, because I'm not yelling or screaming at anybody, but I've had a few people say, you know, you hurt my feelings because you're usually so soft, but your tone's been curt lately. So I'm going to work on my tone. I'm going to have a quiet spirit when I'm not teaching. I'm going to make sure I journal completely. I've stopped doing that. I've been journaling. I've been in a hurry and just marking my foods down. So I'm going to do it completely. Journal completely. I'm going to memorize one Bible verse a day. So let's just say that's my spiritual list. Then I think a good one for everybody, you don't have to do it, but for me, I thought, what would take care of all these troubles I'm having? Did I operate by the fruit of the Spirit? Did I exhibit love for myself? Like, I've not been feeling very much love for myself. When that happens, it starts manifesting itself in some ways that aren't healthy. So I'm going to exhibit love for myself. Part of it is going to be self-care and exercise. But I'm also going to show love, give myself some grace, not be so hard on myself. Because when I become hard on myself, I tend to be harder. I expect people, I have the same expectations of people that I do myself, and that gets me in trouble. I'm going to exhibit joy even while under pressure. I'm not going to speak any words of negativity or anything like that for 21 days. If I think it and it's negative, it ain't coming out of my mouth. Peace, patience, gentleness, goodness, meekness, self-control, and faith. So I'm going to ask myself at the conclusion of each day, do I feel like in my heart that I exhibited each of these fruit of the Spirit? Let's say that I catch myself speaking negative. Then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to not mark that thing. And I'm going to try to fill up as much of this as I can for 21 days. If you don't do something on this faith list, it's not a holiday. Are y'all with me? It's not a holiday. It's just something to work on your character development. Okay? But I want you to, you don't have to fill out this entire sheet. But I want you to come up with, even if it's just one thing that you need to work on under the Lord, I want you to do that. Has everybody figured out one? At least one that you can put on your sheet for 21 days. It's a part of the requirement of the challenge. Okay, perfect. Y'all all got one. Do y'all commit to do it? Please do it. It will help you. Every time I get in trouble with my heart and my attitude, this little worksheet fixes my case. It's amazing when you really focus on this stuff daily for 21 days, man. It's really, really helpful. You learn a lot about yourself. And you see, the more you give unto the Lord, just how much better you feel. Okay, next. One more faith-based element. One more faith-based element. Getting close to the conclusion of the class. Digital worksheets, my vision for my life. Here you'll create a worksheet, and I want you to go through and put your I am statements. I want you to call things forth and forward that are not as though they already are. Don't say, I'm going to be this size. Say, I am this size. I am loving awareness. I love everything and everyone that I'm on. You got to look at this daily. For 21 days, I want this on your fridge or your nightstand. I want you to agree on the honor system to look at it every day, or you will lose focus. We're humans. I need to get this top of consciousness. When I get up in the morning, before I go to bed, I'm going to have it on the fridge. I am loving awareness. I'm extremely disciplined. So you may not feel that you are, but go on and write it down like you are. I'm extremely disciplined with my food consumption because I know discipline equals freedom. I am beautiful inside and outside. I attract other beautiful hearts into my life that are good to me. I am happy. I am gentle. I am joyful. I am full of gratitude. Then you get down here and it's got my ideal weight is 187 pounds. Y'all, I finally hit it. This is an old worksheet. Last week, I hit that number, 186. I was up today, but I hit 186. Yes, Katrina, this is all printable. See the print button down here? Good to have Katrina with us today. So I wear my ideal waist size of a size 32. Y'all, I wrote all this out before this happened. I stand here today in a size 32 right now. My body fat is 10%. I haven't made that. I'm 13%, but I'm getting there. I started at 44%. I will follow Shibboleth 6 days each week. I'm going to put 7 days. I'm going to follow it 7 days right now. All right, now the exercise component. The exercise. You got to come up with it now. Here's your options for the exercise component. If you're not able to walk, you are excluded. You do not have to walk. Now, with that said, so that you can get permission to exclude this next step, is there anyone now that cannot walk or forever hold your peace? If you can't, if you're disabled, Wanda can't right now, has a broke foot, you are excluded. You will not have to do any exercise. You will still get good results. Amy, you won't have to walk. All of you that can walk, you have to, Judy, you don't have to now. Good job. All of you that can walk, you have to choose your steps now or forever hold your peace. I know what kind of week I have next week. So here's what I'm going to do. Instead of saying by the day, I must get 100,000 steps per weekend. I will walk 100,000 steps per week. Okay. This is for you, not for me. Now, I also will achieve an exercise badge daily. That's my commitment. But now what is yours? So Gail's giving you a good example. Gail says, I can do only 5,000. So Gail, you will write down, I will walk 5,000 steps a day. Does that make sense? This is for you, and you're going to commit to it. You can change it up next Saturday. I'll let you change it. But if you say that you're going to do it, you got to darn well do it. If it's hard, it's just hard. If you pledge too much, you just pledge too much. You got to do it anyway. It's just until we get to the next lesson. Is everybody with me there? We're almost done. All right. Any questions about the exercise component? Now, y'all got really quiet when we started talking exercise. Y'all got really quiet on me. On the honor system, we all know that the faith and the nutrition is how we lose the weight, and the exercise and the supplementation is how we look good naked. But you cannot exercise enough to overcome a bad diet. So nutrition and faith is always more important. All right, y'all got that covered, right? The last component is our supplementation. Now, please write this down because I got a lot of prizes for you. I got a lot of prizes. You can do your own vitamin, okay? You don't have to do any of my recommendations. So you do have to at least take a vitamin. Before I give you my recommendations and share with you what I'm going to do so that you can leave, you don't have to be here for this part. I will send you the class notes with everything we've talked about so far. But I'm not going to work this hard and not get the maximum impact from it. Does any of you, before I switch over, have any questions about your vitamin? If you're operating in a calorie deficit, y'all want your Jif natural peanut butter? I don't like it for weight loss, but I'll let you have it. I'll let you two have it, Polly and Karen. Anybody that wants to have it can have it. Jif natural. It's not good for weight loss. It's not bad for weight loss. It's really good for maintenance, not the best for fat loss. The only thing mandatory, Nisa, is you need at least a whole food vitamin. Now, if you don't have one, I'm about to show you what we're going to be doing. But I need you. I know, Sandra, I know. I'm a sucker. Before I go and show you, everybody messes this up on me. So I need you to listen. This has nothing to do with Advocare. They're not offering this. Okay? Gail, if you're comfortable with Kirkland, that's fine with me. I want y'all to feel your nutrient deficiencies. If you don't feel your nutrient deficiencies, then you won't lose body fat as efficiently. Okay? I'm going to go with what I trust and have been doing for 20 years. It's helped me. With that said, if you order from the Advocare site, let me give you that. All this will be in your notes too. If you order from that link, if you go straight to Advocare, then I don't get to see it. If you go to blowtorchfat.com, if you were to end up ordering any of these suggestions, I need you to forward your receipt to me, travisjack777@gmail.com. Forward your receipt to me at that address. In return, you're going to get a very kind reply that makes everybody happy. And I'm going to give you a 7-day meal plan that goes along with your supplementation. that will work synergistically with it, so that you can think about adding some of those items to your list if you like them. Does that make sense? I'm not doing meal plans for other products that I have to research. I just come back from Texas, an AdvoCare conference where they gave us some amazing education on those, on the supplements and what works synergistically with them. So if you order from AdvoCare, and you forward me the receipt, you get a very nice email and you get a lot of work that I put into this. Okay. Thank you, Wanda. Thank you. So let's go and let me show you what I recommend. This won't take long because I don't recommend a lot for this challenge. If you go to blowtorchfat.com, I'm going to go to energy. Obviously, I'm going to be drinking Spark freely for energy and mental focus. I'll be drinking it freely as I need it. Now, this is important. See, rehydrate. Those of you that suffer with cramps, it's usually because of an electrolyte imbalance. When you're fasting and you're in a calorie deficit and you're sweating with exercise, it's likely that you suffer from electrolyte imbalances. So when I'm having that type of day, after I work out, I'm going to have a rehydrate, or before I work out, to take care of those cramps. Tammy's listing the links here for you. Thank you, Tammy. Forgot to thank you earlier. Next, weight management. Slim, AdvoCare Slim is like Spark, but for appetite control. Weight management and appetite control. It's allowed. The shakes are allowed, but I'm going to be taking this. Metabolic Nutrition System Delta. It has everything in it that I need. It's got 2 packs. It's got pack 1 for weight management, energy, and appetite control while in a calorie deficit. And then it's got my pack 2, my vitamins and my fish oils that I need. It's got everything in it that I need. The only other thing that you might want to consider for this challenge is your catalyst. If you're not going to be exercising, it's not as big a deal. But when you're in a calorie deficit and exercising, you can have some muscle loss. So I'm going to be taking branched chain amino acids to preserve my muscle, preserve and tone my muscle. It's another reason I believe after losing over 130 pounds, I don't have as much loose skin as many people do. I maintain a lot of my muscle. It will also give you some energy. So AdvoCare Catalyst. And that's basically it. Pretty simple stuff. If you're going to work this hard for 21 days, you might as well do it all right. Now, Amanda, you're asking me about things I don't know anything about. I just want to I'm not going to speak on other products because I've gotten in trouble in the past when companies get in trouble for safety, and I'd have to go research your brand. All I'm doing is saying whatever brand that you feel good about, you do that brand. But I want for 21 days for everybody to at least take their vitamin. Yes, you can take Advocare gummies. Advocare gummies are delicious, by the way. So yes, you can do that. You don't have to do M&S. You could just do Advocare gummies. But like you like Elevate, you like Plexus. I see Shackley. If y'all are comfortable with that, I don't care as long as you do it for 21 days. I never make what I recommend mandatory to help you lose weight. So if we order, we won't have it by Monday. What can we use until then? Just a vitamin. And then as soon as you get it in, you can pick up on it because this is a 21-day. Remember, the core thing that we're doing with the 21-day self-mastery challenge is habit changing and momentum. It takes 21 days to develop a good habit. Are y'all with me there? So as soon as your better stuff, because it is better, as soon as it gets in, then start on it and finish your challenge out with it. Good question. Awesome Vitamin Works, Karen. Awesome. Anybody else? Now, here's what's next. Today, not in the next hour, because I'm already running late for my 1 o'clock. But today, you will get class notes. If you registered in here or watched on Facebook, you will get the class notes. You'll have to return to Facebook to find the class notes. If you registered, it will be sent to you. But you must check your spam folder and your promo folders. Everything you need to sign up and get started, will be perfectly laid out. Amber, that's a question for your doctor, your OBGYN, but most of them are going to be fine with that, but some may not. So Amber, for safety, and since I'm not a doctor, I would probably stay away from it because you probably won't go to your doctor and ask this soon. I'd probably stay away from it and just do like the Gourmets. They're delicious too. You'll enjoy them. Just make sure you check your spam folder, promotional folder, and it'll be listed. Here's where you sign up. Here's the group. Here's the worksheet. It'll be very thorough. All you got to do is go through the checklist of things in the class notes, and that gets you ready for Monday. I'll also put this video there, and you can peruse through the video if something in the class notes, if you need a refresher on what we were talking about. This can be an amazing 21-day transformation for you that gets you incredible momentum. Lastly, just today, Sasha said, just for today, we're running a special. If somebody hasn't signed up, you can sign up and get a discount. So if we have somebody who's not a member and you'd rather have the tools than to do this without the tools, we go to the website and we click Become a Member. Become a member. Our regular price is $99 a year for all of this stuff written here, including this challenge. If you want to do that, you click that, and then over here, you fill out this information so we can get you in the system quickly. Then you click discount. You enter the discount code, and it is master. And at checkout, you will get $25. You'll apply your discount when you complete all this, and you'll get $25 off. You'll get a year for $74. Now, I'm just asking you so that I can get you to think, was today's class worth $74? And this is just one class. All right. We do this every single day of the week, y'all. Every single day we're here to love, support, help people. So go ahead and get it so that you've got all the proper tools and resources. Become a real viable part of our members. Believe in our mission and help us with this mission. Thank y'all. Thank you so much. All right. Any final questions before I go to my next meeting and work on y'all's class notes? Maureen, yes. Two to three. Maureen asked, so I can have 2 meals a day. Yes, you can even have 3. You can have 2 to 3 eating episodes a day. Teresa, if we already do awesome, do we add metabolic nutrition system? You don't have to, but you can. I will be, but you won't have to. Women's Day is fine with me, Charlene. Can I add cheese and onions to a large chili from Wendy's? No, it's not on the list, darn it. You could add onions because onions could be on your list, but you won't have fat-free cheese at Wendy's. Cucumbers are a freebie, but you're not going to use them as a freebie, Juanita. This is not regular Shibboleth. If I decide for lunch that I want cucumbers as a freebie, does that count as an eating episode, everyone, for the 21 days? Yes. Yes, this can be done 1 week at a time, Teresa. Thanks, Mickey. One last thing. We do not tap out. We do not tap out if we make an honest mistake. We only tap out, and if the system taps you out over an honest mistake, ask to get back in. You only tap out when your mind and heart says, I just don't care today, and you purposefully do the wrong thing. Then you should tap out of respect for your other teammates. Are there holidays? You are allowed 3 holidays in this particular 21-day challenge. I'm going to go for no holidays too, Charlene. Anybody else? Everybody good? I think it'll become more clear the sooner I can get you the class notes. Vicky, tapping out means that you have agreed to do a challenge, and it's to promote self-discipline. And if you agree in spirit that you're going to do it and you don't follow the rules, purposefully don't follow the rules, you're supposed to tap out of the challenge. Can I please summarize each meal? I can't now. Laura, was you here earlier? That would be another hour at least. Laura finds it confusing. I'm sorry. So why don't I spend extra time with Laura? The rest of you, if you're done with me, I'll spend extra time with Laura to help her get up to speed. Laura, was you here the whole time? Uh-oh. All right. So I didn't do a good job then. So let's do this with you, Laura. Do you want to do the challenge, Laura? She's probably, have you done fast track, Laura? I tell you, no, I have not done. Okay, so that's why this is so confusing to you. Do you have a membership yet? If you don't, it's okay. Okay, so Laura, are you available for someone to call you after this session's over? Okay, So is your phone number in the system? Oh, okay, Tammy, thank you. Thank you so much. So Tammy's gonna call you, Laura. Really appreciate that, Tammy. It means a lot. If you'll call her, and I think the class notes will help her a lot. But if you could just come up with 3 breakfast ideas, 3 lunch ideas, and 3 dinner ideas to get her through until next Saturday, I think she'll be on a roll. Don't you, Laura? If we can get you 3 breakfast, 3 lunch, 3 dinners, you can commit to doing those until next Saturday. All right, great. Tammy, you're awesome. Thank y'all so much. I'm gonna go work on some stuff for you. Talk to you soon. Do your best with the challenge. Don't forget to officially sign up after the class notes so I know who I got to help. All right. Bye, everybody.